One of the funniest things ever to boot. Ever. Nobody could have done it better than Chevy Chase.
No, it was his problem.
Hey, that was
Just relax, son. Just relax. Yeah, they tell you to relax. Okay, yeah, right.
Okay.
Tell you what, you better start talking about football and surprise them. Yeah, I'll tell you, Alabama. Hey! And I'll tell you, blue. Blue. Let's go to David in Hueytown, Alabama. Hey, David, how are you?
I'm doing well. Y'all doing all right?
We're doing fine.
Like. Listen, you just have my doctor on there.
Oh, was that your doctor?
That was Dr. Dan Cole, probably one of the funniest doctors I have ever been around in my life.
He's very funny.
But I had to go to him. I had back in 74, 73, 74, I had what they call a pilonidal cyst, which is a rather large cyst that gets infected. It's a hair follicle that will get infected right at the top of the cheek.
Right.
And so,
there's a lot of people has this.
It was a major surgery because this one had been there a while, and so after surgery, I had to go to his office for the first time, actually, for him to remove packing and things like that.
Nice.
I never will forget, on his examination table, his is one of those that lowers your head down and raises your other end up in the air.
Yeah, sure.
Okay? And, you know, and he's one of the doctors that doesn't have to say open wide and say off.
No.
You know?
He can get where he needs to get it.
Okay. But anyway, when he laid you down on this table and he dropped your head down towards the floor and raised your end up, when the table came to a rest with your head completely down, at the bottom of the wall on the baseboard was this cartoon, and I'll never forget it as long as I live. There was this cartoon down there, taped to the wall where you could see it if you had your head turned that direction. And it showed this man laying on an examination table, a nurse, a big, huge, heavy nurse, standing on the end of the table with a hemorrhoid in her hand, stretched out the man's rear end.
Very.
Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm just.
We're hanging on.
Yeah, I nearly fainted. I'm sorry.
Okay, it's stretched out about 4 feet, and she's holding on to it, leaning backward, and she's screaming, and the doctor's standing there holding an axe, and she's screaming, "Now, doctor, now!"
Oh, this guy's great. I love this guy.
I'll never forget that as long as I live.
Now I won't ever forget it.
David, let me ask you this. When I went to the pediatrician when I was little, I went to Dr. Luther, and she had this real scratchy, voice, very, very gravelly like. And anytime I heard that voice, I always got scared and cried when I was a little kid. Anybody else that had that kind of voice. When you hear your doctor on the radio, just like you just did you have any response?
No.
Hunker down a little bit?
The first thing I thought of was when I heard his voice when I came in, or actually it was the day after surgery, I believe. He came in to remove bandages and check my surgery. And his first words to me were, "Roll over and put your big fat butt up in the air."
Funny.
Well, he didn't have a lot of bedside manner, but he was funny.
Yeah,
and Dan Cole is probably the best. And I know I'm giving a commercial for him, but he is absolutely the best there is.
Well, look,
if you
want to be with the best, thanks, David.
Look, David, he deserves a pat on the back.
Let's go to Lisa in Birmingham. Hello, Lisa.
Good morning.
How are you?
Monkey guy.
Well,
welcome, Lisa.
Thank you very much.
I love y'all. I was just going to tell y'all Dan Cole is the best, and he's very funny. And he's affectionately known as, guess what?
What?
Dan the Fanny Man.
I love this guy.
He is so funny. But he had his tag on his car. I can't remember exactly what it says, but it says Fanny Man or Fanny Doc or something like that. And I forgot what he drives now. It used to be a Mercedes, and it.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, let me tell you, he lines them up starting at 6 o'clock in the morning, and he goes all day.
Well, does he have a tag on there that says anything cute, like butt first or something?
Yeah, his tag says Fanny Doc or something. I can't remember now, but it is a cute tag. It's Fanny Doc, I think is what his tag is.
Well, he's got the right.
That is funny. Now, granted, if you're trying to eat breakfast right now, it's probably not been the best segment, but I'll tell you what.
You brought up tags yesterday. Can you imagine him getting his tag and the lady going, "All right, what do you want on that Fanny Doc?"
Yeah, you can put Fanny
in
with
a Y or an I.
Fanny with the DR. Fanny doctor. Thanks a lot. We'll be back. Thanks for the doctor. 20 minutes to the top, 877 We Be Big. You're listening to and watching The Rick and Bubba Show. We're back. The Rick and Bubba Show, 15 minutes to the top of the hour.
Too much booty in the pan.
A lot of calls after our last segment, and we will take those calls at 877 We Be Big. See, we got Brandy in Gardendale standing by. Brandy, welcome to the Rick and Bubba Show. How are you this morning? I almost feel like we should play Lucky Bud after that, shouldn't we?
Yeah, I know.
Also, don't forget...
We can let the doc spin the butt wheel.
We could. Don't forget, Read Across America, Rick and Bubba's largest classroom in the country. If you want to participate in that, you can email that to don1@rickandbubba.com. If your class is going to be watching on Turner South or listening on a radio station that carries the Rick and Bubba Show, it'll be 8 o'clock, somewhere around that Central Time, coming up Monday. We'll read Green Eggs and Ham. So participate in that information on the website at rickandbubba.com. Brandy's in Gardendale. Brandy, welcome to the Rick and Bubba Show. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you.
Welcome.
Brandy, what do you want to talk about?
Well, I just wanted to say that when that guy starts talking about why he went to the rectal doctor,
yes,
the look on your face, Rick, that was just gold.
Well, let's face it. The great thing about now seeing this show is you can see our facial expressions.
Oh, yeah.
No, that's not always good.
No, but when I start thinking that being in that situation, I cannot control what my face wants to do.
Yeah.
You just look like you were about to fall out of your chair.
Yeah, that's, I'm telling you, that's tough.
Sometimes your face can't believe what your ears are telling.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I was slowly going into shock.
And Speedy's jumping around in the background.
Yes.
Like he's just wanting to get out of there.
Yeah, well, you want to, because it's one of those things, you want to hear it, but do you really want to hear everything?
Right. Yeah, right.
You know, I'm afraid this topic can easily go into TMI. Too much information.
Yeah.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
It can go too much.
Thank you, Brandy.
Thank you.
Let's go to Don, Tuscaloosa, listening to B1017. What's up, Don?
Nothing much. First of all, please get Turner South to start broadcasting in Tuscaloosa.
All right, what's our hold up there? Is the cable system not carry it there?
No, it doesn't carry it here.
Well,
when I go back home to Chattanooga, I at least get to, we don't have radio back there, but I get to watch y'all. I can never have both of them, it seems like, in my case.
Well, you need to let the cable company know you own it. I mean, there needs to be a cry. You can also get a satellite, which, I know that we're on different satellite systems. I don't know.
DirecTV and Dish Network.
Yeah, I don't have but so that's an answer, too. But the main thing to do is try to get the cable company there to carry it.
Yeah. The main reason I called was talking about the doctors.
Yes.
Far and away the worst part about the visit is, and we'll try to, tread lightly here,
yes,
is the goo
yes,
that they use.
Yes.
It doesn't help much because I've nearly punched out the wall when the guy pulls the shocker on me.
Yeah.
And and not to mention it takes you about 3 days to get it off.
Yeah, I have not had the full deal, but I have had the.
Oh, it's not fun.
I've had the.
There's just got to be a better way, Rick. And I go back. I have allergies and problems with that. You don't have to look at you don't have to touch your throat to know that it's sore and that it's swelled up.
We got to be able to look in there.
Yeah. There's got to be some electronic surveillance devices we can beat this with.
I hate to use this phrase.
No,
and hey, I'm running out of time. I'm running out of time, Rick. I got a year and a few months.
Well,
we got to have a major medical breakthrough for me. I'm done.
Like Don said, they do have a camera, but unfortunately, it's got to go through the door.
But they can knock you out for it.
And that's what I want.
Bubba, if you think it's bad coming up that you're going to have to go through it, I'm 25 years old and I've already had it, and I'm going to have to keep having it
every year
because of my problems. Yeah, each year. And,
well, see, the thing is, if we will just do that, men, if they catch it early, and you're fine. You can overcome it.
But it's not fun to overcome. I'll tell you that.
No, well, no. It's the doctor told me when he wanted to go for the first check, and I said, hey, that's not my game. And he said, well, you just need to relax. I said, hey, some things come off the spine. They don't ever go through the brain.
You have to convince my spinal column with that.
I said, let me tell you something. You're going to have to wrestle a steel trap unless you sneak up on me.
Yeah.
And I said, let's just move on to something else. And then whatever you think you need to go, you've got the lot, you go. And that's the only way we could ever get it done, because I fight you over that. It's not that I want to. I'm not being a difficult patient. My spine is screaming, no way. That's not going to happen.
I know.
And my body just starts protecting me, and I can't stop it. You know, the brain's checking in, and I said, brain, we're trying to get checked here.
I wonder if the doctor's ever had his finger broke.
Hey, bottom line, it's unnatural, and it's exit only.
You're right.
I mean, that is my policy. Exit only.
Well, it's, you know, you have to be worrying about what you're going to be eating. You go, okay, Mexican's out. You know what I mean? Thanks, Doc. You know, because you want the doctor not just to refuse you as a patient, because you may be in trouble. But, I mean, that's what I told the doctor that, and he thought, well, he's exaggerating. Then he tried, and he said, hey, you're right. He said, you wouldn't do real well in the American League. And I said, nope, I sure wouldn't.
No.
Because the brain tried to convince the body this is a medical situation.
Yeah.
I'm the brain here. Let's quit acting immature, spine. You know, butt. Let's come on now. The butt says, I'm sorry, I'm trained to keep everything out.
And the butt goes, you understand, you're not the one who has to do this.
Yeah,
all right?
right,
Yeah. You know, hey, you're way on up there.
Yeah.
You know?
And then your nerve end is checking with the brain going, well, I got news for you. We're not going to be happy about this either. You know, watch us go crazy. Yay!
And the butt's trained so well, too.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
it's really...
Like a steel door.
Yep.
Ain't number two than fruity. Get on the floor if you got that booty. Let's
Rick, you know what you call a Jamaican proctologist?
Now this is going to be good. What's that?
A Pokemon.
That's terrible.
That is. So Ron just said it to me.
You ought to be ashamed of yourself.
It's awful, I know. That's why I loved it.
Let's go to Ron in Tuscaloosa.
That was really bad.
To B1017. Hey, Ron.
Hey, what's going on, Rick and Bubba?
I'm good. Having a little trouble sitting down right now, but we're good.
I understand, mucky grass.
Yeah.
Welcome, sir.
There you go.
I had a story about a colonoscopy I had to have done, man. They put you in the gown, you know, and they reel you back in the room, and I'm laying on the side in that gown. I'm looking up at this TV monitor, and it looks like the tile floor, you know. And I roll over and look, and that thing is rolled up on a cart like a Sears garden hose, and I'm thinking, oh, my God, what had I gotten myself into, you know? And anyways, later on, the nurses told me that when they were wheeling me back to the room that I was in, that I was yelling at the top of my lungs that I had been violated. I was violated.
Yeah, my brother, you know, y'all heard a lot about that. It devastated him. He said he felt like something had been taken from him and he needed to call an 800 help number.
I understand, man. Yeah. It's a traumatic experience, I tell you that.
Oh, yeah. I wandered out in the parking lot. I was lost. I had to come over and ask him if I needed help. I said, I can't find my car, and I don't know who I am. Thank you, Ron.
Have a good day.
All right, bud.
Speaking of strange stuff, is Rick looking okay now? I've had several emails that say that your camera looks funny or something.
They've been trying to white balance me. If it's putting a nice tan on me, let's leave it.
You're a little green, but that's fine.
I like being a little green.
Is that it?
Yeah. Look, don't look at it as green. Look at it as olive. Olive skin.
Or a lack of yellow.
Yes. Or I've got jaundice. One or the other. You know, it could go either way. So, yeah, we are having some problems with one particular camera, but that's, you know, Bobby Bowden's last day. What do you expect? He's
short timer.
He's going to leave us a little bit. It's hard to get old lame duck to do some work.
Yep.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. I'm going to Carolina. Good luck with your little yellow camera.
That's what I wanted, by the way.
I'm out of here. All right, we'll be back. 877, we be big. We'll move on. I know there's a million one-liners. We'll
How about a round of familiar feud, Rick?
Oh, wow. All right, we need 2 teams of 4. Let's clear the lines. Peaches, clear the lines. 2 teams of 4 battling each other in familiar feud for Rick and Bubba love packages. Get you a team together and call Peaches at 877, we be big. We will play when we return.